Welcome to Arrow Slingers, everyone. How are we doing? As you'll see, we are got Bundy doubles coming up. We'll talk about that, but we're going to cover ADA, and something I've been meaning to do for a while is talk about the ANZ Premier League coming up. I had a bit of a chat about it. I'll have a chat about who I think and who I want as the 8 players to line up. The ADA has had a few weekends now. Numbers on week 1 to event 1 to event 2 were considerably different. You probably had close to 70 event 1 up in Brisbane. No surprises there. Numbers are high when you're up in Brisbane. That is where darts is at, especially north side of Brisbane. So yeah, not surprised that was high. You move to Adelaide. Ray and Kai Smith weren't able to be involved. They had prior commitments, so they're not there. A lot of Brisbane people aren't there. Do all numbers drop off when they're not there? Who knows? It's also that excitement, and unfortunately Adelaide being Adelaide, it's just not ideal or as easy to get to as some of the bigger locations. So numbers are a bit down on it, not as low as probably first thought it could drop off to. I think it was around the 40 mark. The drop-off you're going to see is going to be in the DPA stuff, although that's still where it's at. I believe that was around that 40 mark as well, probably not as high as they're used to. But yeah, that's still where most of the pathway to darts is in the DPA, because they are run by the PDC. It is the PDC, but here in Australia. So yeah, that's still going to be where it's at. What we'll do is quickly look at the rankings for ADA. It's a pretty good website, very good, easy to understand. We'll get rid of that right this second as well, so you don't need to see that. I believe this is after 2 events, so yeah, it would be. Robbie King had a good weekend, so did Brody. Ben Robb in 5th position there. Harley Kemp, James Bailey, Adam Leake doing some good stuff. Stuart Coburn, who I really rate as a darts player. Some pretty big names there. Brandon Weaning, probably the one that I thought and hoped to see improve, and Ray Smith after 1 event still well out in front. I believe he is not going to compete at the World Championships, so really is just here to help this competition grow and to play darts in Australia and help it grow. So that's good to see. Tim Pusey would hold the spot that gets onto the ADA, onto the Australian Premier League, Australian New Zealand Premier League. And there's a World Championship spot available for the leader of these rankings. So, yeah, not too bad there. Look, you've got Tristan Bogner is a name that we will be seeing lots of soon. A very young, good darts player down in Brisbane. So, yeah, can't wait for him to get up and running a little bit more. So the Premier League, you don't have much information about it besides where it is. We don't know format yet. We don't really know too much more than that. There is a spot at the World Championships available to the winner of that as well. So Australia sending, I believe it's 3 spots at the World Championships with the now 128 players, not 96. Don't even know the format for that yet. Do the top dogs still come in kind of like the UK Open, where they will come in a lot later? At the moment, they come in at round 2. Will they come in at round 3? I'm kind of hoping it's just round 1. Everyone's in, and it's just a 128 player knockout. There's no automatics through. It would be cool to see. Imagine a big dog getting knocked out in the last 128. That would be crazy for darts. Unlucky for them, unfortunate for them. They don't want it to be that way, but it'd be cool. Because imagine, let's say someone runs into Ben Robb, gets a spot there, and he runs into, let's say, ranked number 3. Gillen Price runs into Ben Robb. There's the potential upset there, if you know what I'm saying. So let's go through 8 players that I want to see on the Australian New Zealand Premier League, and I'll go through why. Simon Whitlock's already in, but we want to see him there anyway. He's a high chance to win the whole thing. He knows what the big stage darts is all about. Ray Smith, he's just brings that quality every single time he's playing, got big stage experience, so you want to see him there, because that's the end of the day, we all want to see high quality darts. Brandon Weaney is my next person I want to see there. He is a gun. You want him to have that big stage experience. I believe he was a deciding leg match away from winning a tour card at Christmas time. So yeah, that's what you want, players like that continually playing good darts on a stage. Tim Pusey he's a gun. He plays good darts. He wants someone from WA, if they could have the opportunity to be over here consistently, it's only going to be good for darts. He's so consistent. Ben Robb speaks for himself. He just won the Pacific Masters, I believe it's called. So yeah, you want him on stage as well. I hope this is a bit of a different one, a left field one that I don't think will happen, but I want to see it happen. He's over there got his tour card at the moment. Does it make sense for him to come across? It doesn't count for his rankings if he misses any Players Championship events, but I'm sure the PDC are backing this. It would be set up by the PDC, so you would want the top people playing. So I think there's a way that he plays. He would probably want to as well. I don't think he's holding a World Championship spot at the moment on the rankings over there. So to come over and probably potentially win it, I think he would probably win the whole thing. Him and Simon would be my picks. Well, all those players that I just said probably are a good chance, but I think Hopi and Simon would be your best chance, along with probably Ray Smith. Johnny Tata, I've always rated him. I would want to see him playing, and the reason there's quite a few Kiwis on here, but it is the Australia-New Zealand Premier League. It's not the Australia plus a couple of Kiwi Premier League. So yeah, Johnny Tata for me is a very good player who's only improving, so what that would do for his game, I would love to see. And the last one is Caden Mill. He is a young Kiwi player, did well at the Youth World Championships a couple of years ago, beat Fallon on stage, and has only since then, his numbers are good. If you check every event over in New Zealand, his numbers are well and truly in that 80 mark plus. So imagine what a big stage experience against all those gun players. Like, that's the beauty of this thing, is you have potential to put 8 of the best players together. So you're only going to see higher standard consistently. All those players, if they play in just a local event, they probably have the potential to drop down to a mid-70 average playing against players that are at that level, which all good players do. So to have all good players playing at that level would be fantastic. Who I think is going to be in it now, probably a left field one in there as well. Simon Whitlock is in it. He's confirmed for the Premier League. I think they will put Mason Whitlock in there. He's over in Australia at the moment. Simon's son, the Master and the Apprentice. It's a great story, and I'd be fine for him to be in it. That would be awesome to watch consistently, and we want to see him doing well on the big stage as well. He's going to, and it's not far away, but this would only boost it. I think Ray Smith will play. I think he'll get asked to play. I think he will play. I hope he plays. Ben Robb, as I said, just won the Pacific Championship, Pacific Masters, I can't remember what it's called. And actually won at 6-1, I believe, and that's a big margin and a great performance, and he deserves a spot on the big stage. I think the DPNZ number 1 will be in it, which I believe is Johnny Tata, so that's good. That suits me. The DPA number 1, I believe it's either Gordon Mathers or Joe Comito. We may have another event before then to see who gets that spot. ADA number 1 will get in, so whether Ray's already in, and I think they'll pick Ray, maybe that's the spot Ray gets, or maybe Tim Pusey gets that spot by then, who knows. Again, good for me. Brody Clinge, I think they will put him in as well. All the talk was around Brody coming into the Wollongong New South Wales Darts Masters. I think they're still calling it New South Wales Darts Masters. But that Brody Clinge was all the talk and was always going to give Stephen Bunting a run for his money. He didn't, but didn't really perform to his best. May have been his big stage debut, I believe. So imagine if he gets 8 weeks playing consistently top level darts. I'm more excited to see the format for that be released and what they're actually going to do. Hopefully it's a league format and not like what they do in the current Premier League, where it's a tournament every night. I hate that shit. Just play a league, one match a league. You can have it slightly longer format. You can have first to 7 if you want, or first to 6, doesn't really matter. But yeah, get that shit stretched out. That's what we want. Right. Now we're talking about the Bundaberg Doubles Championships. It was won by Ryan Penny, Nathan Jarvis again, so that's back to back for them. And I believe 3 out of 4. I wasn't up here for the 2022 one. 2023 they had a bit of a stinker. I think Nathan had an injury and couldn't hold the dart physically properly. I think he had a big fat band-aid on his thumb maybe. So yeah, they won it. They beat Kyle Baker and Daryl Rowe Jr. DJ. So that's almost a repeat of last year's final, except Daryl Rowe in the final instead of Kevin Turner teamed up with Kyle Baker. Me and my partner made it to the semi-final. We were actually 3-1 up on Nathan and Ryan, and kind of shit the bed a little bit there. We probably should have got that done. We had multiple chances to win and get through to the final, which Ryan and Nathan won 5-0. So ifs, buts, maybes, candies, nuts, whatever the saying is. We were close. We were right there to get to the final, and who knows from there. But it was a good performance. We had a pretty rough start and then got going. I think I had a 119 peg at one point and a 74 with 2 darts. Just started to really get going the second half of the night. Bob was pretty consistent all night. His scoring was good, doubling really good, helping me out because I was just not on early on. There was 6 180s hit, 4 to Ryan. Ryan hit 4 180s on his own. 1 to Steve Baker and 1 to Brett Tanzer. If you're watching Brett, well done. They had a pretty good performance too. Very good team. He was teamed up with Dave Littleboy. I believe they lost to DJ and Kyle in the quarters. Over on the women's side, I believe it was Bree Anderson and Arlene Ford losing to Nige and Anne Charteris. Nige being my teammate, and I've teamed up with multiple times and love playing doubles with. So they did pretty well. I think they've won it multiple times in a row as well. They're a very solid team. Nige has got great scoring and hits her doubles. So all in all, a pretty good night. Doubles night is always good. We played at the perfect time at Bundy, so you've had probably two or three full rounds of competing against the other teams. There's 8 teams, so you've played everyone 3 times. A bit of break up in there with State of Origin. We don't play State of Origin nights, which I think is ridiculous. Just put the game on TV over there. No one cares. Hate missing darts, even just for State of Origin. But it's a fun night because everyone's teamed up. There's good vibes. Everyone's taking it a little bit more serious than a normal night after so long of just playing the same monotonous style. So yeah, it comes along and you're with your mate. You pick your teammate. Everyone else picks their teammate. So there's good vibes as well as some serious competitive darts being played. So if your league is not playing a doubles championships, get around it. Have it. It's pretty simple to run. Like you can use a bit of paper if you're using Dart Connect. That in your league, that'll run it for you. Yeah, it's good fun. I really enjoy it. I've teamed up with Bob 3 times now. We've made first year we didn't get off the board, but it was only top 2 out of 5. The last 2 years we've made the semi-final. This year, as I said, we're double away from making the final, and who knows from there. But yeah, it's just there's enjoyment to it. It's the vibes is all it's about. I've said it a few times now, but it's all you need. We have a singles night at Bundy. We don't have much else in terms of other things that are happening. I know I've said multiple times how many different things you could do. I'd love to see a longer format, just straight knockout tournament, match play style, world match play style thing where it's longer format, straight knockout. You can see the players. You could have even qualifiers. Is my ideal world. Is your top 8. You've got all these stats that the scorers, just whatever they're called, scorekeeper has got, and you can see the top 8 players in that, and then you fill the rest of the other 8 places with knockouts, with, what did I just say, qualifiers. I think that's a cool concept. both the ladies and men's. If you don't have 8 players, you do top 4 and then do it from there. I'd just love to see that, because the quality you see when it comes down to a championship like that, the top players, it's just a bit something different for them. They really focus, they hone themselves in. They're playing against the best player over a longer format. You see a lot of quality darts. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing people pegging 167s, 170s on a night like that where it is longer format with the best players. You will see some high quality darts. So keep an eye out for that. I'd love to get that going. That's the Bundy doubles. Bundy is my Wednesday night comp, Tuesday night comp. I don't know if we have a doubles tournament. I'm trying to find that out soon, and hopefully we can do that. In those competitions, my team's currently on the Wednesday. We're sitting 6th. We've dropped from 5th spot. It's not looking likely to make the A grade finals. The B grade finals is probably what we're going to have to settle with. We're just losing the games that we need to win is probably the important part. We have a game against a couple of teams around us, and we do okay, but we just fall off at the wrong times. All 8 teams make finals, so it's not the end of the world. A B grade final would be good. I've never won a darts team event, so even if it is B grade, I'll take it. Hopefully we'll get it from there. The Tuesday night comp, we don't have finals. It's sort of English Premier League type stuff. The team that finishes top wins. I have no idea how we're going. We would be up there again. We just keep losing to one team that's probably going to take it out. I don't know if they've won every game. They often have a player missing, and probably don't often win when there's a player missing, but yeah. Alright, that'll wrap it up for now. We will have a talk about the PDC next episode. I was going to say next week, but who knows when. I just record whenever I feel like it. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about probably just that next time. A bit of a boring one, but hey, I get to run the show. Have fun, everyone.